everybody, I just thought I'd give a quick little scrapbook storage video on what I'm doing right now. These cases right here, these are my Stampin' Up! Stamps, and I have unmounted them all, and I've unmounted them using the Alene stack over and over, and so I wanted a good way to store them. And some of the stamp sets that I had were kind of big, and so they wouldn't fit into CD cases without putting them in 2 or 3, and I didn't want that. Well, the great thing now with Stampin' Up! Is they have their cling mount stamps, and so they have made it available so you could buy these clear DVD cases. I bought them so that I could store my unmounted Stampin' Up! Stamps so that they would match nicely with their cling mount stamps when you purchase them. And they come in the DVD cases as well. And this is what they look like. And so you open them up, and here's your cling mount stamps from Stampin' Up! And then they have like this nice cover that has this stamped image on it of what it looks like, and then it has the stamp set here, and then these nice little thumbnail images. Well, I can't make the stamp sets that small to do that, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. Or show you how I did it. So this is a stamp set that I've already done, and as you can see, I just stamped the images that are in this case, and then as well as wrote the message here on the binding of the DVD case so that when it sits on my shelf, I can see what it looks like. Or I can see what stamp set it is, and then I can pull it out and see the images on the case. Just took this sheet right here and measured what this was, and then the binding, and then I added the back sheet to it. So when you measure it, it's 10.5 inches long to fit the whole thing, scored at 5 and 5.5 for the 1/2 inch binding, and so that it's 5 inches on both sides, so that it fits really nicely in the DVD case. And I'm going to show you how I do it. So I have my sheet here, and this is the one that I'm going to work on right now. And this is actually 2 stamp sets that I've combined into one case, and I've done that with a couple different ones. So I'm going to go ahead and just start by stamping the images onto my sheet that's going to go into the DVD case. And so I'm just going to put my stamp on the clear mount acrylic block, and I'm just going to stamp it. And I'm using Stays On black ink because I just want a really nice crisp image, and I find that with the Stays On that is a great ink to use for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it and clean it off. Now I'm using a Stays On cleaner to clean my stamps, and then I'm using my Stampin' Up! Scrub mats to clean them. So then I'll put it back into my case after it peels off and stick it back into the case and grab my next stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you how it is finished. So now that I've got all my stamps stamped on here, as you can see, some of them were completely perfect. On the binding right here, the 1/2 inch that's scored, and I'm getting Stays On all over. I'm just going to write the name of the stamp set. So this first one up here that I stamped was Wishing You Cheer. And then the second stamp set was Wondrous Gift. And then that way when I look at it, I know exactly what the title is, and then when I pull out my DVD case, I can see the images. And then now I'm just going to open this up, and then there's a little plastic covering that just opens up so that you can slide this in. And then it just fits in here really good. Now, of course, if you wanted to really get creative with this, you could do it in colors, color in some of the images. I'm not going to worry about that. I just wanted it simple, just where I could see the images and know what it is if I wanted to stamp it. And so I think it works out great, because then I can go and put them on my shelf, like I said, and can see the titles, and then I can just pull it out and see the images right away without having to look at the stamp sets. And as well, I wanted to give you, or show you another one that I did. And this one has 7 stamp sets in this case. And the reason why I did it this way was because there's a lot of sayings. These are all pretty much my general saying stamp sets. And so I kind of wanted them all into one place that I could just pull it out and have all these various things and kind of find the one that I want and not have to look through 5 or 6 different cases. And then it also just is some little images, and I may take these out and put them in a different one later if I get more stamp sets that are kind of like this, and maybe I want all those together. That's what I like about this, is because you can easily change these out as well. And then I wanted to show you something else that I use these DVD cases for. I have the My Pink Stamper stamp line, and I have both of them here in this case. And so I have one on each side, each stamp set, and then on the front I just took the packaging and trimmed down the background sheet and then glued or adhered the image sheet on top of that with glue dots, and then so I can see the stamps there and they're kind of together, and then they fit with my other stamps. So I just thought that was kind of cool, and you could always do this with all your clear stamps, and then you can store all your stamps. Anyways, I just thought that might be a good tip for someone that maybe was trying to figure out a new way to store their stamps. And I think that these DVD cases from Stampin' Up! Are excellent for that. And if you have any questions, just please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what your question is. And I hope that this helped you in some way. Thanks. Have a good day.